Welcome back to SEFCU Friday Night Rivals, presented by Illinois Pork Producers. And we'd like to thank SEFCU for sponsoring Friday Night Rivals this season. SEFCU, not a bank, better. And while we were away, here's what you missed. Look at this. The Lions, Eric Tolfree takes it into the end zone. The Lions get on the board with 6 points. And then after that, they go for the point after attempt. And you see the kick is up, and it is good. So it is 41-7 as Cameron Smith makes the extra point for Lanphier. So it's 41-7. And then after that touchdown, that's a Young Security touchdown. And then another $50 donated to St. Martin de Porres. Adam?
Yeah, it was a great drive by Lanphier to get in the end zone. So another $50 to St. Martin de Porres.
Ball picked up at about the 26-yard line, and still on his feet might go is Clay Wood. Down the sidelines, it's going to be a foot race. He's to the third and out of bounds at about inside the 15-yard line. So Clay Wood, who's had a big night for the Crimsons, the senior, takes the kickoff back and took off.
Yeah, just ran out of gas there before the end. Lanphier caught up to him. So
check out the replay here, yeah.
Just picked it up out of kind of desperation and took off. Great job by Jacksonville to get him an opening and get down the sideline.
So we've got a running clock here in Jacksonville, 11:30 to go. 1st and 10 for Jacksonville with outstanding field position again. They are inside the Shields red zone. The Crimsons are. Avery Dugan and quarterback with the handoff. Left side. And Lions stack them up there. Stack up. Number 33, Levi Parkovich. And let's go down to Brendan Kellerton from ABC News Channel 20. Earlier, Brendan talked with Jeremy Strawn from All Synthetic Group. Let's take a look.
Guys, here with All Synthetic Group's Jeremy Strawn. Now, we've talked to you a couple weeks in a row here. You built the field over at SHG, that turf. Tell me about what you built just down the street over here.
Well, 10 years ago, we had basically a cornfield sitting out by the hospital out here west of town, and Tom Lenz had an idea to build 3 or 4 fields out there, and started 8 years ago, I guess it was, and started with the first 3 that we did, and he's up to 6 fields now. He's got 3 full fields and 3 of them that are just infield only for baseball and softball play. And just recently, he's changed groups, and he's with Perfect Game now, which is going to bring a lot more teams. This year, he ran 1,000 teams through the facility, and next year he's looking for a better year. So I think it's going to be good.
Now, you told me it took a while to build that football field. How does that compare to a whole baseball complex?
You know, the baseball complex we started in, I want to say it was in September, late September, October, and we were finishing things up in February, just before spring ball. So it was, it seemed like it was about the same, but it took us about 4 months, I think, to get the initial fields done, and he played on schedule.
All right, thanks, Jeremy. Adam, Paul, back to you guys.
Very much. Thanks, Brendan, for that interview with Jeremy Strawn from All Synthetic Group. Appreciate that interview from earlier tonight.
If you haven't been out to Lenz Field, it is a great complex. We are lucky here in Central Illinois to have something like that. And Tom Lenz and the people out there are first class and run great tournaments, and it's a lot of fun to be out there.
I watched my son play a lot of high school baseball there. That's where people go.
If it rains,
that's where you end up going.
It's the go-to place over here.
Tremendous facility. I totally agree, Adam. So about 9 minutes to go in the game, 41-7. Jacksonville over Lanphier. Crimson's looking for win number 5 to become playoff eligible. Next week, of course, is week 9, the final week of the regular season. Hard to believe we're saying that, but it is already.
Part of me is crying inside.
Yeah. It then comes the postseason, which is always a lot of fun, too. So Avery Dugan taking his time at quarterback and letting some of that clock just run down. In control, obviously, of this game. 41-7. There's the handoff to Parkovich, who gets into the end zone for the touchdown for Jacksonville. That is a Young Security touchdown and another $50 donated to St. Martin de Porres, courtesy of Young Security. So thank you very much to the fine folks at Young Security for doing that, making that donation tonight. Several of them, but $400 so far. So Crimson's up now, 47-7. Pending the extra point. Nothing fancy there, Adam. Just a Short run into the end zone.
Yep, simple handoff there, and again, hats off to the Jacksonville offensive line. They've made it easy for Dugan in the backfield to really kind of do what they wanted to do here tonight.
And they're going to go for the Crimsons. So they don't go for two. Parkovich, who scored the touchdown, looked like he was going down, take a knee there.
Yeah,
and
not real sure what was going on.
So we will take a short break. You're watching CEFCU Friday Night Rivals, presented by Illinois Pork Producers. Back with more fourth quarter action from Jacksonville in just a minute. Stay with us, please. Welcome back to CEFCU Friday Night Rivals, presented by Illinois Pork Producers. Paul Wappel and Adam Anderson in Jacksonville. The Crimsons leading the Lions 47-7, 8:24 in the fourth, and we have a running clock here in the second half. And I want to let you know we will be announcing a player of the game later in this broadcast. And you take a look at Mark Rounds, the Jacksonville head coach, and if he turns around, Adam, we could see, and I'm sure some of the viewers have seen, he's got number 40 on the front of his baseball cap.
Yep.
There's a shot. You can see the 0. Go ahead and talk about that, Adam, if you would, what that's for.
So, and there's 40 on the light poles, too. Derek Shearburn was a standout here at Jacksonville High, football player. Went to Illinois College. I had the opportunity to live with Derek my freshman year of college. Passed away in a car accident. It was awful. It made me a little emotional just even thinking about it. But he's honored tonight. Him and Coach Grounds are very close. The Shearburn family is a great family too. So it's good to be back here and see the 40 all over the place. And he was a great guy. He is missed, but I know they think about him every day probably.
That's great. Thank you, Adam. Gone but not forgotten, certainly here in Jacksonville. So great to see that, in case people are wondering what that number 40 is all about.
Yeah, and I know he'd be super happy to see this 40-point lead for his Crimsons.
Jacksonville in front, as Adam said, by 40. 6:40 to go in the fourth. There's Lee. He's got some room, and he's to the 40. 45, cuts back.
Cutback right
midfield. 45, 40, still on his feet, down to the 35-yard line, and that is good for a Casey's General Store first down.
There's a glimpse of what Coach Grounds was worried about coming in tonight. Lee has speed kind of second to none here on the field tonight, and really turned that into a huge play and almost took it to the house for the Lions.
And he's a junior, so the Lions have him coming back next year, and you know, that's what the Lions obviously are doing, rebuilding for next year at this point. But
Coach Nixon runs a great program. He wants his kids to go down fighting, and that's exactly what they're doing here tonight. They're not giving up.
1st and 10 from the 37. There's the handoff, and down to about the 31-yard line for the Lions is number 23. And we've got some new players in there. Andrew McLaughlin on the run. And our sister station, Fox Illinois, is hosting a live viewing party of Fox's TV event, the Rocky Horror Picture Show, at the Legacy Theater in Springfield this Thursday at 7 p.m. Brought to you locally by Pepsi. For more information, visit foxillinois.com.
Now, Paul, I got to ask, have you ever seen the Rocky Horror Picture Show live?
I knew it was coming. I have once. My wife took me there, and nothing like it. Unbelievable. I didn't know what to expect, and it was something.
Saw it for the first time live last year.
Did you? Yeah.
Shout out to the Hoagland Center for the Arts.
And a bad snap. The ball is loose. It's anybody's ball at this point in midfield. There's a pile. We'll see who comes up with it. And Shane Chairs is in at quarterback for Lanphier. And let's see. And the Crimsons have recovered at midfield. So Lanphier with a new quarterback here late in the fourth quarter. And we are going to take a short break. Back with more on CEFCU's Friday Night Rivals, presented by Illinois Pork Producers. Back with more from Jacksonville in just a minute. Welcome back to CEFCU Friday Night Rivals, presented by Illinois Pork Producers. Paul Wappel and Adam Anderson and the entire broadcast crew from CW23 and ABC News Channel 20 helping us out tonight, doing a great job bringing you the sights and sounds from Jacksonville. The Crimsons, it looks like they will pick up victory number 5 on the season. 3 minutes away from victory number 5, and it's been all Crimsons tonight. As they have the ball, and it is loose at midfield, and the Lions have recovered. And Adam, of course, will be naming our Midwest Rehab Player of the Game in a little while here.
Yep, a few guys we could choose.
Yep.
Been some good Crimsons on the field. Just a little miscommunication there by some of the younger classmen here from Jacksonville.
And Adam, we're not done with the broadcasting yet. I know tomorrow night is Saturday Night Rivals. We've talked about that, but next Friday, let's remind our viewers where we're going to be. New Berlin, right?
We're going to be in New Berlin. As it looks right now, if scores hold, New Berlin is down to Athens. It was 35-18, I think, last check. And then Maroa was leading Auburn 17-7. So that game next Friday night will be 2 4-4 teams. Winner in the playoffs, loser, you're done.
And so that'll be Auburn at New Berlin next week. Should be a good one. Pretzels.
Always a big matchup. I
Yes.
know New Berlin loves to try to knock off Auburn.
Flag on the play as Lanphier mixes in some different players. Gerald Cole with the carry, the 5'9 sophomore for the Lions.
Might get a block in the back here.
And indeed we do.
10.
And tomorrow night, like we said, there's Mark Rounds. There's a good shot of the 40 you talked about a few minutes ago.
Shout out to Brent Heaton, coach right behind Mark Grounds with the 40. He was also one of the roommates, so we're all blue boys here.
All right. 1:19 to go in the ball game. Crimsons with an impressive performance tonight. Both sides of the ball. Another bobbled snap. Back to throw. And it's complete. Out to midfield. Inside Crimson's territory is Vontarius King. First time we called his name tonight. So time winding down here, and want to thank again everybody associated with the broadcast tonight. They do a great job inside the truck, outside the truck. Our technical director, our director, our producer, couldn't do it without them. You see the Lions trying to get something going here, what could be the last play of the ball game. Short this side. Brought down at about the 49, and I think that will probably do it, Adam.
Yeah, I would imagine. So both teams are lining up, too. So great job by Jacksonville tonight. I know it was a tough one for Lanphier, but they stayed strong, but great job by the Crimsons.
So 47-7, Jacksonville over Lanphier, the final. The Crimsons move to 5-3 on the season. The Lions fall to 1-7. Back with more on SEFCU Friday Night Rivals, presented by Illinois Pork Producers. More from Jacksonville in just a minute. Stay with us. Welcome back to SEFCU Friday Night Rivals, presented by Illinois Pork Producers. Jacksonville, the Crimsons have just picked up victory number 5. They take care of the Lanphier Lions tonight here in Jacksonville, 47-7. Our final, and it was all Jacksonville, offensively, defensively. They played an all-around good game, and right now we're going to be naming our Midwest Rehab Player of the Game. And are we ready to go down to Brendan Cullerton? Not yet. All right. Adam, your thoughts on this game?
Well-played game by Jacksonville. Again, hats off to their offensive line. I thought they made it very easy for the Crimsons to really kind of just had their way with the Lions up front, and that was really the ball game.
All right, and we'll take a look at some of the highlights, and you see the Lions get on the board late in this one. And Avery Dugan did a nice job at quarterback, and so did number 33 tonight.
Yep, Levi Parkovich there in the second half stepped up, and that kind of capped your scoring in the second half.
All right, let's go down to the sidelines. ABC News Channel 20's Brendan Cullerton. Brendan, take it away.
Guys, here with Marquell White, the player of the game here. Here's your trophy. What worked for you today?
My line. I think my guys, my brothers and stuff. You know, can do without them.
Got to thank the line. And, Coach, solid win here today. It was pretty much over at halftime. What did you guys do well today?
Well, I think that we stayed within ourselves. We, as I said at halftime, we executed our game plan. And you know what? More than anything, we believed and we played for each other. It was a great team effort. I can't single out any one aspect. We had great special teams. We had production offense. Defense played great football. We had some young guys in the second half that showed that the future of Crimson football is bright. I'm proud of them as much as I am the guys that started the game off. And it's a great way to have a victory at home.
All right, you now get the SEFCU Friday Night Rivals Game of the Week trophy.
All right. Congratulations to the Jacksonville Crimsons. They pick up the SEFCU Champions Trophy, and congratulations to Markel White, for deservedly so, for being our Midwest Rehab Player of the Game.